Hi, it's Sarah here from Parksland Produce, and I thought I would talk a little bit about the sizing of avocado fruit and how we get consistency and inconsistency, I guess, throughout a season. So as you can see, this fruit here is a beautiful size. It is lovely and clean. That is probably the perfect eating size. I'd say that would be a size 23, maybe a 20. So in years when there's not as much fruit on the trees, the fruit that does stay on the trees does tend to get to these bigger sizes. So we actually have a light crop this year. Couple of reasons. We are on the third year of drought, so without the rain the trees didn't get the same nutrient levels that they would have gotten, so that's one reason. Also two, we had about a month's worth of temperatures above 36 up to 45 degrees, so the trees had a little bit of trouble during that time, so this region is experiencing a much lighter crop. So for that reason, the fruit sizing is a lot bigger and cleaner. However, I just want to point out, in saying that, this little body here, he's very small. Now what's happened to that? There's nothing wrong with the flesh inside. That is a beautiful avocado still. But see that little mark around the stem there? That is a little bit of burn. So during those hot weather events, that one sustained a little bit of heat exposure, I guess, and that stem got burnt. So that stem partially died off. Now the fruit is still getting the nutrients from the tree. It's still alive, obviously, as you can see. However, it has affected and stunted its growth. So for that reason, he won't get much bigger and he'll be small, and that piece of fruit will probably sustain that size, and that's about it. So it's still a great eating fruit. It'll still go to market, it will still be fabulous, but that just explains why you get different sizes. You get the fruit that has the really healthy stems, and then you get these smaller ones. Now also too, I guess that stem damage can come from pests like parrots and other bird life that want to have a bit of a nibble on the stem, and that can cause that damage as well, but it's most likely heat. In the years where there's lots and lots and lots of small fruit on the shelf, that's normally the years where the tree has put on mass amount of flowering and mass amount of growth, and they've got lots of avocados. Now the tree can only sustain so much nutrients. We do obviously feed them, but the years where there's lots of small fruit, that's because it's been a massive crop, and I guess the nutrient load in the tree is spread out over all of those pieces of fruit. So the big fruit comes normally from years where there's not as much fruit, and the small fruit comes from years where we have lots of fruit on the trees.